Hello traders, Chris here from the Incometrader.com Futures Trading Room. Today we're going to take a look at the Incometrader Pivot Sell Setup. If you take a look at the chart to the left, our trade entry part of the setup, we are looking at this little newest and greatest indicator of ours called the Incometrader Trend Arrow. Basically the way it works is if the trend arrow is red and pointed down, you're looking for shorting the market. If the arrow is green and pointed up, then you're looking to go long the market or buy the market. So in this case, we have a down red arrow. If we follow the arrow, we know that we should only be looking for shorts. If it's a green arrow and we follow the arrow, we should only be looking for longs. And so in this case, we have a red arrow, so we're looking to sell the market. All right, now that we've identified the trend, the down red arrow, we want to look for a possible Incometrader pivot sell setup. And we do have one on this chart, so let's go over that example. First of all, we want to have the red Incometrader trend arrow, which we do right here. Next, we want to have a red Incometrader trend. Now, the trend is determined by the red price bars or red stops. It doesn't matter which one you look at, but I'll just be referring to the red price bars. So in this case, we have a red arrow, red price bars. So we have the second condition met here. And then we also happen to have our Incometrader pivot sell. We have a 233 tick chart is giving us a sell signal at 1728.50 on this gold trade. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put a sell limit order right on top of that pivot. And then once we've done that, we move from the left side of the chart to the right side of the chart, the trade management. That is, once we've gotten filled on the order, we move over to the trade management part. But before we do that, let's just jump down here and go over our dive acronym. Once we have a trade set up, we want to dive into the trade. That is, we want to confirm our direction. Red Incometrader trend arrow, red Incometrader trend. Actually, let's kind of clean that up again and start over. Get our direction there. Red Incometrader trend arrow, red Incometrader trend. Now we want to identify our entry point at the red Incometrader pivot or an Incometrader auto target. These would be auto targets over here, automatically generated, as are the pivots. Once they're hit, they go away. So here we have inside of our sell zone, we have an Incometrader pivot sell signal. So we place a sell limit order right there. So we've identified the area that we want to go short inside the sell zone and with an Incometrader pivot short. Then we want to verify if we should be taking this trade or not. Yep, we do have a down red arrow, and yes, we do have red price bars. But if I'm looking at a 5-minute and or 466 chart, which I do like to do, we have another setup called the KISS strategy, keep it simple strategy. And if, let's say, my 5-minute chart is doing this, that's not a trend. That is range expansion. That's a megaphone pattern. I don't want to be trading a short setup in a megaphone pattern. Let's say that we're coming down and I think it's a trend and I go short right here, and this is where the megaphone pattern all of a sudden, boom, shoots up. I get stopped out right away. So we want to make sure that the market's not in range expansion. Conversely, we want to make sure the market's not in some kind of a wedge, range contraction. We want to make sure that the market is trending, in this case, to the downside. If it's trending to the downside and I get a volume signal saying, hey, you should short, hey, you should short, I'm taking this trade over here with confidence, knowing that the market's trending lower. I have a red trend arrow on the Incometrader trend. I have red price bars. Chances of the trade working out are extremely high. And then when I execute inside that sell zone at an Incometrader pivot and auto target. If the market moves lower, then I'll have to readjust my execution. All right, so now that we've looked at the setup, let's move on to the trade management. The trade management side says once we're filled, take our stop loss, bring it down to the upper bracket of the current bar range indicator. And our target, if we have a auto target down below, we'll drag it down to there. If not, we want to make sure that we have a good risk reward ratio. In this case, we're only risking 5 ticks from here to here. So here's a 10 cents lower. We're actually getting a 2-for-1 risk reward. So that's a pretty good odds for this setup. And that's just the minimum. I wouldn't be looking for much less than that. I would be looking for more if anything else. But I know that we can at least get that because I don't have any support immediately in the way down below. So now that we've talked about that, let's go ahead and move on to the actual trade. Okay, here we have our setup, and you see we have a short here at 128.50 off the 233 chart. And we just got filled. First thing we do, stop loss, where upper bracket, always move your stop first. And the target, we'll leave it here. We have a 2-for-1. Here's 5 ticks or 5 cents, and there you go. That was a very quick trade. And you can see the market did actually go lower. Hope you've enjoyed the instructional video. If you'd like to see more, join us at the Incometrader.com Futures Trading Room. Good luck and good trading.